Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my very first video. It is very difficult to actually go into big discussions. I suppose this is like some kind of therapy for me, if you like, by talking about it. I'm hoping by actually sharing my experiences that it's going to actually maybe get somebody thinking perhaps this is something that's happening to me. I'm basically I'm free for domestic abuse. I've been free now 9 weeks, 9 whole weeks, which, you know, if you look at 9 weeks, it's not that long, but to me it is a huge thing. I didn't think I would be at this stage in my life free from him, my narcissist. I was in a domestic abuse, domestic violence, mental abuse for 4.5 years, nearly 5 years. It was a very difficult period of my life. It was terrifying because you really don't realise what is going on. All these flags that may ping up all over the place. If I was watching a video of my life now, I could look back and I could say, if I was somebody looking on the outside looking in, I could say to myself, oh my gosh, you know, he is using you for, he's basically a narcissist. He's sowing seeds in your head. He's making you feel like basically he's love bombing you. It is extremely hard to pinpoint it from your point of view as the person that you're going out with. I personally have been in abusive relationships in the past. They weren't long-term relationships. They were like a year, maybe 2 years. If you know, some were even shorter than that. I've had 5 in total. No, I say. So I sort of have been, you know, can give plenty of advice on it. You know, from looking back, I personally, I'm quite happy to stay single now. I'm not interested in any relationships whatsoever. Sticking to my cats, that's for sure. But yes, the relationship that I was in the longest for, I thought was for keeps. He was what seemed to be a really nice bloke, a really decent type of person to be with. And I could imagine sharing the rest of my life with him, growing old with him, all that sort of stuff as you do. Narcissists are very clever. They start to want to know everything about you from the very beginning. I mean, he was asking me all kinds of questions, whether I wanted children, which is like you know, it's like one of these early questions, do you want kids? And it's like, so this, you know, it's like already one thing that he was able to work on. You know, what kind of relationship you're looking for, and they start to build on things. Mine used to go through my phone. He was, I was at work one time and he sent me a message using words that I'd used in a message to somebody, and I thought, as he looked through my phone, but it wasn't that really got me panicking, because he was suddenly like, oh, I don't want to see you no more. And how can I trust you? That was it. And, you know, I should have turned round to him and said, how can I trust you? You know, you're going through something that's personal of mine. Why would you do that? I wouldn't dream of going through your phone. Things like that, you know. There would be a lot of manipulation that was used. He was very clever at things, you know, making me feel it was my fault for, you know, sort of triggering him off, if you like. He would be very manipulative. He'd be very clever at making me feel that I was doing the wrong thing. I was saying the wrong thing. If I was chatting to anybody that was male, he didn't like it. You know, it would then be turned into, oh, are you know, do you like him? You know, things like that. It was all about making it sound like I was looking at other blokes and I was cheating on him behind his back, and I wasn't. You know, to me, yeah, if he's got male friends, if he's got female friends. You know, I'm not going to go, oh, are you cheating on me because you've got X amount of female friends? No, it don't work like that. To me, I trusted him, very much so. And, you know, that kind of thing. I will talk about things all in more depth in other videos, but, you know, there's just a lot of things. And it was very, very quickly. It was very slow burn, you know, to sort of really pick up that it was manipulation and it was abuse. But also, you know, it's like I'd go to put something on the TV, he'd say, oh, put anything on you want, you know. And I think, good of you, that's my TV. And I'd go to put something on and he'd be like, oh, can't you put Coronation Street? You like watching that? And he'd keep pestering until I actually changed over to what he wanted to watch. So in the end, oh, you put something on that you want to watch didn't happen. So, yeah, that was another form of manipulation. Eating something, I'll have whatever you're having, you know, and then there were things like he would come round when he wanted to come round, not when I wanted him to come round. He would do things on his terms all the time. He was, as well as mentally abusive, he was also physically abusive. And by physical abuse, I'm not talking actual body harm. I'm talking about things like smashing things of mine. So sort of like the television set that I had. He smashed that. He smashed doors. He smashed walls. He's, you know, gone and punched all sorts of things of mine, ornaments, poured coffee over items that I had. You name it, it happened, and it was just horrendous. I will talk about things, obviously, like I've said, in more depth in other videos. I just wanted to do a little bit of an intro, really, into me. But yeah, 4.5 years I have been putting up with this. He used to go through my purse. I've got health issues. I suffer with fibromyalgia and ME. And basically there's times where I've needed to sleep. And when I've woken up, it's like the contents of my purse is gone. And he'd take my car and he'd go off and out and he'd be gone for some time, gone for beer. It was always beer that he used to go for, come back with a bag. He'd bring me the change back. I'm like, how grateful is that? How good is that? You know, you go off with like 20 quid of my money that might be going on the gas and electric. It might be topping the phone up. It might be doing something of importance, like for my son for school or something. But he'd give me the change of like, what, 25p, 40p, a pound? Ooh, great, eh? But yeah, the contents of my purse was gone. And he'd be like, well, you can replace it, can't you? You know, it was always tapping in, mind games, you know, things sometimes. He used to scream, go mental. If, say, I'd moved something that he had put down, or 9 times out of 10, it used to be something that he'd moved himself. He always used to blame my son for a lot of things. He hated my lad, my teenage son. He was very controlling there. A lot of influenced of a lot of decisions that I did with him. He didn't like, you know, me and my son going off for a McDonald's or something. And it's like we'd have to hide the evidence before we saw him, you know, and his sesame seeds on tops and things. It was always the same, hiding the evidence. You know, like as if we were doing something very wrong, and we weren't. We were having our quality time together. But he was somebody who would always find fault with things. He was a very manipulative person. He could be wonderful. He could be so, so nice on the flip side, but usually that followed when he'd been horrible. And he was just absolutely terrifying to be around. I will, like I've said, I've already said a few times now, I will do other videos, obviously, on lots of different things. You know, gaslighting, love bombing, things that I've experienced through domestic violence with him, you know, and also other relationships, because I've actually been in an abusive, violent relationship with my son's biological father whilst I was pregnant with him, and then the afterwards as well. I mean, me and him split up when my boy was nearly 6 months old, so that was a good thing, but it was also feeling like I can't manage without him type thing, you know, that worry. So yeah, yeah, please, if you want to subscribe to my channel. I will be doing so many different videos. I did do other videos previously, but I did delete them because I just felt that I was just not in the right place, I suppose. It's mindset in recovery. So yeah, stick with me, and I shall be doing lots of other videos. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.